to the Lighter Side Cables show, where we embrace journey to a healthier and happier life. I am your host, Susan, and we are thrilled to announce today starting a free community event that brings women together every last Tuesday of every month at Stories Coffee on 114th Street. So ladies, let's go grab a cup of coffee and tea and let's unite in health. But today we are so thrilled to have Pam and Randy in the studio. Hi guys.
Hi.
So welcome.
Thank you.
Pam is a beacon of inspiration and a true advocate for well-being. She is the founder of the Wellness Revolution Summit that is on May 11th. And I believe you are starting your own business.
Yes.
And that is
Five Align Fitness.
Five Align Fitness. And is that in Papillion?
We're right now negotiating the site. It's going to be in Papillion off of Schramm and 96.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
See, she's an inspiration to wellness. And welcome Randy Goodwin. And he is the master of ceremonies of the Wellness Revolution Summit. And Randy's lifetime goal has been to become a success in Hollywood, which he mastered, which he did, and bring it back home to his own state of Nebraska to share his wealth of knowledge. Welcome, Pam and Randy. So let's dive into this Wellness Summit event. I'm so excited to hear about it. It's going to be the first one.
Yes.
May 11th. Yes. So what brought you to this point? What happened?
As far as
what made you want to bring this event, to create this event?
I had gone to an event, a health and wellness event, and all these authors and people that had inspired me on my health journey were there, and it was just wonderful. But they weren't local. There was only one person there that was local.
True.
And myself being a CEO and starting a small business, I was like trying to find holistic practitioners in the local area. I was like, gosh, wouldn't it be great if we could have something like this that would promote small businesses, bring the community in so they can basically see these people and know they're in their community, and also at the same time take care of a charity, a nonprofit. And so I was just doing this wander walk, and this idea popped in because, I'm a Christian, and I was like, okay, I've got all these blessings. God, what do you want me to do? How can I give back? Yeah. And how do I find my tribe? And that was the thing. How do I find my tribe? And this idea popped in my head, and then I met Brenda, and she introduced me to you, and then he's like, get ready, here they come. And Randy and just everybody just jumped on board. It was just amazing. And it's like, you ask and receive. It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
So why did you decide to become part of this event?
Oh, because Pam's awesome.
She is awesome. I agree.
I know her husband well as well. We call him Flash. Flash comes up to 88 Tactical, and every day that I see him, we just talk, and the guys are just really cool. And then we met, and then we just kept running into each other when she was actually looking for locations for the gym. I just pulled up one day, and then I hear, Randy! And I look back, and it's her and another group of people looking at this place. And then I go and look at it with them, and I'm like, oh, wow, this is awesome. And then she's telling me what she's doing. And then, we run into each other in the gym at 88 Tactical. Yeah. And then one day she just says, I need to talk to you.
Uh-oh. You're like, what?
And she started breaking down this wellness summit. And she goes, I'm doing it out of pocket. It's something that I have to do. It's a God-breathed mission, and would you help? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't even know if I'm going to be in town, but I will be in town.
Yeah, sure. I gotcha. Yeah.
So the goal is to stay. I mean, you asked the question, how long have I been here? This trip, it's been a couple months.
Okay.
Because we have a lot going on down in Lincoln at the Capitol, bills being passed for the film industry and all that stuff. So my goal is to stay here, then eventually move back full-time by the end of spring.
Move back full-time?
To Omaha.
Oh, that'd be awesome, because you are living where now?
In Los Angeles.
Okay, yep, all right.
Yeah, we need him here.
This is good PR with our weather right now. Oh, come on.
I'll bring the sunshine.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Please, now. So Pam, so you said you had some, you have been on a personal health journey,
Right.
which kind of brought you to this mission and inspiration of really to bring this Wellness Revolution Summit to Omaha. Tell us our backstory a little bit about that. Bring us.
Well, unfortunately, I suffer from alcohol use disorder. It's kind of, to explain that, I'm not what we consider an alcoholic. I self-medicate with alcohol when I'm stressed. And
I'm sure a lot of people do.
Yes, some use food. My choice was vodka. So unfortunately, it got to the point that it was affecting, I wasn't a casual drinker, I couldn't stop. And going through that, dealing with childhood trauma, anxiety, depression, which was also brought on by, it was kind of like you were on this rabbit, or hamster wheel, per se, anxiety, drink, depression after drinking. So it was just an endless cycle. And then kind of came to a head, actually it came to a head in 2013, but when I had my first car accident. And I went through a program, a diversion program, because I was a pretty good kid or adult, I guess, and so I was able to do that. But I got through that, but then I went back to it, and I kept going back to it whenever I got stressed and depressed, and I couldn't understand why I couldn't just get rid of this. And then unfortunately, during that time, I did a lot of studying. I said, I got to figure this out. And I studied nutrition, I studied trauma.
Now, why did you study nutrition?
Something internally told me that the standard protocols in the hospital, I was getting medications for anxiety and depression and stuff, and they weren't resolving the issue. And something was just telling me that I needed to look inward, and I just started going down these rabbit holes. And ultimately, I started learning everything I could about how this nutrition, fasting, strength training, following great people online, because I couldn't find it in my local area.
No, you're right, yeah.
And unfortunately, I had over 10 years of studying, but I still was having some problem. And I guess the clincher was my sister passed December 31st, 2020 from the same disease. And I was on the verge of destroying my family. And I literally just went to the floor and I said, God, take control. I can't do this. And I just got this thing that says, okay, get stronger, get in the gym, eat right. When you feel this, walk, do all these things and stuff. And I just did it. And food literally healed me. And
so how can you say food can heal you when we have so much processed food out there?
That's
right. So you really had to have a discernment of what kind of food you put in your body. So how did you, so obviously a lot of the research
I came across, like I said, I did a lot of research. I came across Christopher Palmer. Dr. Christopher Palmer wrote a book, and I got to meet him, which was really awesome, called Great Energy. And how they had used the ketogenic diet in a rehab center, and they had taken half the patients that were alcoholics, a group of alcoholics, and they put them on the ketogenic diet, and the other half was put on standard medications. The ketogenic diet participants in this had a better recovery rate than those on, and they didn't have to use the medications.
Interesting.
So I was like, oh, I knew it. There's something, I knew it. So it's funny because, everybody says, go work out. Well, you don't have energy. You're lethargic because whatever, your mitochondria is not working right or whatever. And so I was like, okay, in order to get in the gym, I'm going to have to hit the nutrition first. And as soon as I tackled that, and I learned about fasting, and I learned about, low carb, and again, this may not work for everybody. I'm not saying that. But for someone that has suffered from addiction, it is a game changer. So I went carnivore and started keto, went carnivore, and then I'm in the gym and I got off all my medications. I don't desire alcohol.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's food is medicine.
You know what it is, and it can be very, very healing to the body.
Yes.
But you talk about fasting. So that is my jam, is the
That's
fasting.
what we connected
yeah,
on.
yeah. So that's the fasting part of it. And basically fasting is that there's a period of window where you do not eat, and then there's a period of window where you do eat. And it doesn't mean you can have a free for all when you during that period of window. So did you start out with like 12 hours, 13 hours, or did you just go, I'm doing the 24-hour fast?
Actually, it was really strange because I did 72, the first time I did, started off with the 16-8 regiment, and then I upped it to the 24-hour, and then I went to 72-hour, and then I went 7 days, 1 week. And then I started getting, that's when I started changing my eating habits, and I went predominantly carnivore. And with carnivore, fasting became very easy. Yeah. Because I'm
satiated.
I'm satiated. And so now I have to remind myself to eat. Sure. I've become a fat burner instead of a glucose or sugar burner. And so my challenge right now is, okay, set a timer, eat some eggs, eat a ribeye, whatever, to keep me going. But yeah, and through this journey, I found that I process that better than the vegetables and fruits because of I've been drinking since I was 13 years old. Sure. And so my brain cannot process it properly, regular carbs. So yeah, so the fasting's pretty easy for me, but I highly recommend a ketogenic fasting 16-8 to start off with personally.
Sure, but to get into that mindset, have you ever tried anything like that? Or
I do it all the time. That's what I do. That's what I do. I had to gain and lose weight for rolls. And I'm losing a lot of weight right now. And right now, I'm in the middle of a 3-day fast, straight 3 days, no food, water, a little bit of coffee.
Yeah, I'm in a 36-hour at the moment. So,
but
it's
going to help your brain.
Yeah, exactly. Not quite there yet, but I'm getting there.
You'll get there.
So you believe that? I mean, so when you fast, it helps you lose the weight.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, pretty quickly, and then
mental clarity, all that. I mean, and when I do my just on a daily basis, when I'm just knocking it out and hitting the gym, I'm doing 20 hours, 20 to 24 hours before I eat anything.
Yeah.
On average.
And I mean, the first time that you kind of do it, it seems a little daunting, but it's like not a big deal. Mm-hmm. It's when you start putting it into a routine. So when Pam came to you for this, the Wellness Revolution Summit, obviously you're into the health space as well. So you could really connect with her on what she was trying to say and trying to help bring local experts to the Omaha area. That we do have local experts. So we're trying, here's how you find them. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously that must have really resonated with you.
A little bit. I'm not as healthy as people think. I mean, I love food, and I love food. But because of how I have to gain and lose, I said the fasting is one of the best things ever. And usually I live around 200 pounds. And I had to gain 30 pounds of muscle for one of my last rolls. Mm-hmm. And now I have to get out of shape and go all the way down to 180 pounds. Yeah. So in the middle of this, I'm being healthy for a long period of time. And if I'm being honest, I'm more healthy than not. I'm about 80-20.
Sure.
But that 20, I will McDonald's it up in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I go crazy.
Well, that can't happen with us, right? Do you do an 80-20? Because there's that rule out there that says 80% eat healthy and then go to town at the 20% like Randy. Do you find yourself doing that?
Unfortunately, because of the alcohol use disorder, if I go off my plan, if I eat wrong, I will feel like I have a hangover for a few days afterwards. So I tried that. I did the 75 hard right before Thanksgiving, and I was like, okay, as soon as this is done, I'm gonna go eat pecan pie and all these things and tiramisu, and I gorged on it for a week, and it destroyed me. Almost destroyed me. It didn't destroy
what kind of symptoms were happening?
My arthritis came back. Oh. My back started hurting. My brain fog came back. The depression slammed me right into a wall. Anxiety, all the things that I feel when I drink. Yeah. And unfortunately for me, when I feel that way, I want to drink. you know, and
Sure.
it's like, you know, I've been programmed that way. So it's hard to just go, okay, well, let's hit the gym, get rid of the anxiety. So, you know, a lot of people hear the 75 hard and they think it's a diet plan. It is not. It is a discipline. And when you're an alcoholic or have alcohol use disorder,
Or addictions of any kind.
any addictions, one of the key things for me is we need discipline. We need a straight, regiment of, okay, I work out this many times a day, or this week, or this is what I eat, this is how much water I drink, this is how much I read nonfiction, this is how much I pray. So I have to have a regiment in my life because of my disorder. I wish I could just fall off the wagon once in a while and enjoy, but it's getting easier. You know, once you start feeling good, you never want to go back.
Yeah, absolutely.
You never want to go back. You don't realize how bad you felt until
you feel better.
Yeah.
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 And to get to that point, though, it can be kind of a struggle when you really start feeling better. So when did you realize food was healing you? I mean, did you stop, like when you started the keto?
When well, basically I had like I said, it was a traumatic event, and I just went through the withdrawals at home, and I just...
You faced it.
I faced it, and I was like, okay, food is fuel, or it can be entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
We need to heal, and so I just kept, that was like my mantra, and I just started, and it took maybe 2 weeks to start seeing the change. And I was like, okay, this is warrior. This is what I'm supposed to be. I feel like a lion now. I feel great. And I think that's what him and I connected on, because his faith and my faith kind of, you know, and I came to him and I said, I need you. And you're the spokesman for 88 Tactical. And you walk in there and you just feel strong. And when I see Randy, or I'm around people that are strong, and I'm like, I want to be like them. Well, what are they doing? Well,
yeah,
they're doing their passion, they're eating properly, but it always starts with nutrition first.
So, you know, it's interesting, you said you could use food as fuel or food as entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Describe that. What does that mean exactly?
Well, you know, it's when you want to have your tiramisu and you want those taste buds and stuff, and I kind of equate it the same with alcohol. It's like you get this euphoric dopamine, whatever feeling.
Dopamine, okay.
Yeah, and that becomes addictive. As when you're fueling the body and you're giving what it needs, then you have the energy to go and live your life instead of constantly using this drug of choice to give you the good feelings. Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, with fasting, you go, people say 24 or 48 hours, I can never do that. And then you get into the third day and you're like, woohoo! This energy rush comes over and you're like, I am a rock star. And then your brain just goes crazy and you're just like,
awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're like, I never got that with the entertainment food. I got it short periods of time. And then I have to keep doing the entertainment food or the entertainment alcohol. You keep doing it, and to get that rush, where when you fuel your body, then you're a kid again.
Yeah. And
you literally age backwards. It's just amazing.
That was a great description. You were going to say something?
It just hit me that whenever I go to the movies, I have to have popcorn.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I have to have a Coke Zero.
Uh-huh.
I have to have a hot dog. I have to get other stuff. And I always feel like crap when I leave there.
Yeah.
I mean, I might have seen a great movie, but then I'm going, oh, I shouldn't have eaten that. And I don't need to eat it.
But it's a habit, isn't it?
It is a habit.
Yes.
That part of it is a habit for me. But while you were just talking about that, I was going, oh my goodness.
It's entertainment.
It's entertainment.
Sometimes I'll have a taste for the popcorn and then pull out my app and go, I wonder what movie's playing today, just so I can have popcorn.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, and it's
interesting. I can't go to a theater because of popcorn.
Well, that's true. So it's a treat. So my fiance and I, that's what we do. We'll go see a movie, and then we have to get the large butter popcorn. And I'm always bloated afterwards. And so we go as a treat, right?
Yes.
That's like my dessert, movie and a large popcorn, because I know I'm going to feel like crap afterwards.
And you
Or I'm
can't
going
do
to
a
feel
small.
that swollen
You
feeling.
can't do a small or medium because you'll finish it and you won't be satisfied until
You
you're
have to
stuffed.
have a large.
Gotta have
And
that
then you're like, you don't want to share.
buttery stomach.
Of course, butter and salt, of course.
Yes, yes.
But that's the balance, right?
Right.
And now, but in your case, you're like, no way.
It's the price. You know, our friend Brenda, she was speaking yesterday, and she's one of our speakers. And she had quoted something that I had heard also, that you got to realize, what are you willing to give up to be the person you want to be?
Yeah, I gave me goosebumps.
And that hit me hard when I first heard it. It hit me again yesterday, because, you know, when I go to events and I get triggered, or my trigger thing is anxiety or stress, or am I good enough? And going into, we were talking about that earlier. Who am I? Who do I think I am? You know, those insecurities come flooding back. And I have to realize that and go, who do I want to be? And what does that person look like? She's in control. She feels her body.
Yep.
And, you know, that's what my life is about. And you know what? The trade-off is awesome, because I get to hang out with great people. I'm here with you. And it's not worth it.
Yeah. So you just kind of have to constantly remind yourself,
Yeah.
like I do too, right?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
over the holidays, it was tricky, you know, with all the sweets. And I know once you kind of start diving into those sweets, you just want more. And then you get that dopamine and you get that fix and you want to solve that fix. And then I'm like, okay, I got to fast.
Yeah.
So I jump into fast to stop. For me, the fasting kind of helps stops those cravings and resets my whole body.
Right.
And then, you know, start back, okay, let's fuel my body with, you know, good food. And
Well, if we could just get back to what we used to do, and I mean, telling my age here, but we used to only have cake on birthdays.
yeah.
If we got a Coke and we went to McDonald's and we got to say to, you know, the Big Mac song, and we got a Big Mac and stuff. Back then, that's when it was real food and it was a treat. And it was once or twice a year.
Yeah.
You know,
it's not every day.
Christmas time we got cookies. Now it's become, you have dinner, you have to have dessert, and it's like there's no fun in it. There's no build up.
Yeah. No, I agree. No, I agree completely. Just how we are consuming food right now is so toxic.
It's crazy.
And people are not aware, and that's what we're kind of hoping. And we'll come back to the summit for one, to let people know and to like waken them up that there is another health space to live.
Right.
Did you find it challenging to find speakers in Omaha? Local people?
You know, honestly, I did when I didn't. When I got my relationship back with my God, and I started praying and handing it over to Him, and I said, "Listen, I need help finding my people." Prior to that, I could not find them.
Why do you think that is? Why is it?
Because I think that we are bombarded with commercials and social media and things and stuff to take a pill for something.
Yeah.
And I would go to my regular practitioner. I would go and they would give me a medication, and then I take that medication and I have side effects, and then I go back and they give me another. And I literally had a bag full of medications and stuff. And once I started reading and doing the research myself, and then I went to a health summit and I saw somebody that I recognized. I found one person and I'm like, oh. And then I met her, and it became a domino effect. It literally just, she's like, well, you got to talk to so-and-so, and you got to talk to so-and-so. And so I met all these incredible people in such a short amount of time.
And that I do know, talking to people from Omaha, they say they are struggling to find another outlet other than medical doctors. And I mean, medical doctors are, you know, great. I mean, especially we're not saying anything else,
at all.
No. But there is another space that we like to live in, but it's very difficult. It's like, who do I trust?
Right.
Who do who do I go to and trust? Because I'm not used to this space. So I don't know what to believe, because there's so much, you know, contradictions. And with the Wellness Revolution Summit, you are going to bring this
all in one place.
All in one place, yeah.
Local practitioners.
Yeah, so just describe the event.
So the event is we're going to have, it's on May 11th. It's from, I believe, 10 to 4. We're going to have 2 speakers per hour. during the event that are going to be talking about all, fasting, strength
Carnivore,
training, well, we don't have anybody on carnivore, but basically, just talking about different things from strength training to purpose, finding your purpose. We're going to have vendors that are there. We're going to have 30 vendors that are in the local small businesses, that we have someone, 88 Tactical, people that make you feel strong. You want a community of strong individuals, and the hope is that we get to do this every year.
Sure,
and that
absolutely.
we celebrate small businesses. We bring the community in contact with face-to-face meeting these people, and then setting up, hopefully, for the practitioner, that these visitors and clients will come to see their small business.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we're giving back to our community, because everything goes to the nonprofit, OUR.
Yeah, and what's OUR? What's the nonprofit?
OUR is Operation Underground Railroad. It is to prevention of going after the human trafficking. We have an epidemic. Unfortunately, the United States is the largest consumer.
Unfortunately, Omaha is a huge hub.
Yeah. So one of my vendors introduced me to the ambassador here in Nebraska, who is also going to be at the event, thank God. And I was looking for a nonprofit that would help my community, the local community. I can't do anything in Washington, but I can do stuff here. And the thing is what's so great about the summit is if you get people happy and you get them healthy and then they become happy, then they can have their purpose, and they want to enjoy their community, and they'll fight for their community. Mm-hmm. It's when we don't feel good that
it's hard to put that energy towards anything. Yeah,
we're trying to just survive.
Absolutely.
And so it's pretty.
Well, this is very exciting that this new event's coming. And as just a real quick, what is your role? What do you want to bring to the community?
To the community. Well, excuse me. Our motto, or one of our mottos at 88 Tactical, is find your confidence.
Okay.
And being a kid who came from Omaha, who at 8 was telling my parents I wanted to be an actor, and they didn't believe I could, because Hollywood's way out there, and we're Nebraskans and we do practical. Well, I went, and been in the top 1% for 29 years. And I've been confident for 29 years.
That's awesome.
So everything that I do, when someone like Pam reaches out, I try to make sure I can be there and be a part of it, because how many people get to hang out with in person with who they watch on TV, and being from their hometown as well. So I know a lot of these people, or most of them know me, and it's just, it becomes a camaraderie thing. So getting to know Pam, which the funny thing is, the first time she really broke down her alcoholism in the past and where she was going, I sent her a script to read about, and it's a TV pilot we're shooting here in Omaha called 180, about a drug and alcohol rehab facility.
Interesting.
Based on a buddy of mine who passed away. I had no idea he was an addict, and I was feeding his habit. I was loaning him money. Sure. Had no idea. Yeah. Chicago police officer. So when she couldn't read the script because it was too real, one, it let me know that what I have is good. Two, it let me know that whatever she would ever ask me to do, I was going to do it. So
I love that. What a great combination that you guys.
I know. He's definitely a godsend.
And what a wonderful event that you're bringing to the Omaha area, and to really connect that health space to people who are really searching and looking for it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it
so much.
The Wellness Revolution Summit.
Yes.
May 11th.
May 11th.
10 o'clock.
At 10 o'clock at the
Yep,
Relevant
and
Center.
we'll be listing the website where you can get some more information on it. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.